On December 12, 2014, an incident occurred at 2822 Bloomfield Road, which is better known as Wings Cafe. During this incident, it's believed that the accused and another, who's a member of the criminal street gang, and another rival gang, which is the Black team, met at this location. Altercation ensued, resulting in several shots being fired, ultimately killing Mr. Henley, Mr. Hollinshed, and lastly, Mr. Derek Jackson, who died later at the hospital as a result of his injuries being shot at the club. The state will be able to prove that Mr. Foster was a part of that incident and also in possession of the firearm during that incident and fired the weapon that resultantly killed Mr. George Henley. And based on the facts, he's also charged with part of the crime with the other 2 murders. And the other 3 victims, there was a total of 3 other victims that were shot.
Yes, just a couple. How many firearms have you recovered from this scene so far?
Right now, I believe it's 2 at the location.
Okay, what types of firearms were there?
I believe one was a revolver and one was automatic.
Okay, and which firearms have you recovered from Mr. Foster?
We haven't recovered a firearm from him. We recovered a firearm from the vehicle that he was traveling.
Okay, how do you know he was traveling that vehicle?
The witnesses' statements.
Okay, which witnesses gave you statements about this?
Well, because of this case, I don't want to give witnesses. Yeah, and because of the witnesses being afraid to come forward, I don't want to give those names out.
But you have independent witnesses that place him as the driver of the vehicle?
No. He was in the car after he was shot.
Okay. Do you know how he got into the car?
No, sir. Like I said, that part of the investigation is still ongoing.
Okay, so what makes the firearm his actual firearm then?
It's based on the things that we viewed from the video surveillance.
Okay, have you seen on the video surveillance him actually possessing a firearm?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, and did you see him on the video actually firing the firearm as well?
Correct.
Okay, can you tell me how many times that happened?
Well, once again, sir, we still haven't looked at the video in length to actually say how many numbers I would get with the crime lab and ballistics to figure out, just because of certain angles that we were able to see at that time. We're working on getting the full footage, but that way we'll be able to give you a specific amount. But just off the top of my head, at least 3 or 4.
Okay, so your video that you've seen, you 3 or 4 shots that come from this event?
I believe, yes, sir.
Okay. And out of those 3 or 4 shots, all of those were fired from the same position, is that correct?
Not the same position, no.
Okay, where were they fired from?
Well, once again, that's stuff that we're still trying to analyze with the crime lab. We're trying to map out the scene. But what I can tell you is that the video that we've seen of your client, he was in direct contact with one of the victims out of the deceased, Mr. Henley. Okay. I could see him physically pointing the handgun up and firing.
Okay. Now, Mr. Henley, did he work at this club?
Yes, I think he was a DJ.
Okay.
And promoter.
All right. And did you know of any issues that Henley may have had with Foster or vice versa?
No, like I said, those are the things that, the case is still moving, it's still being fluid, we're still working on investigating.
Okay, were you aware of anything that Henley and Foster, or Henley being involved with Black team in any way?
Mr. Henley?
Yes.
No, sir, not at this time.
Okay. Now, in the video, there appears to be people standing at the door. Can you tell who fired shots first from based on the video you saw?
Right now, we are still looking at the video to determine all the specific factors. But what I can tell you, the video that I've seen that he fired.
Okay, can you tell if he fires it in response to someone else firing with it?
Well, without looking at the whole video entire length to actually map it out, because the way the video is sectioned off, Your Honor, it's different cameras showing different angles. And we're just trying, we haven't had the opportunity to correlate the times of different cameras at different angles to see who went first or what happened. But what I can tell you that Mr. Foster was at the end of the back of the club. He came towards the front of the club once the other members from the robbery gang walked into the room.
Okay. And did he have a firearm outstanding at that point, holding out when they came in?
Did he have to hold it out?
Yes, sir.
Like I said, without looking at the other footage that we have, that we've obtained, I can't say right now.
Okay, how long was the video that you have?
Very short.
Okay, like in what time frame? A minute, 2 minutes?
No, it's probably, I'd say probably 15 minutes.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that.
Okay. And you said the video was broken up into different segments?
Different cameras.
Okay, and is each camera 15 minutes long?
No, sir. When we got the information from the camera, we were just trying to get the information to have the information to move forward in the case. So when we pulled that video, we just pulled specific what we could right into the time. We then went back later and just pulled the whole entire night. And that's what I need to go back and look at.
Okay, so at this point, you haven't looked at the entire video?
No, sir.
Okay. But right now, as of today, you've seen about 15 minutes of the entire video?
Roughly.
Okay. And does the video on, how many cameras does it do?
I'm not sure how many of the cameras that the surveillance system holds, but I think the cameras that we pulled that night in the morning of are 3 or 4 cameras.
Okay. And do each of those cameras show my client somewhere within the club?
I'm not gonna say each and every camera, because each camera had a different angle or a different position where we wanted to.
Okay. Were any shots fired outside the club as well?
We believe so, yes, sir.
Okay, do you believe any of them were fired by Mr. Foster?
Once again, we haven't, I wouldn't be able to say at this point, like I said, the investigation is still ongoing.
Okay. Mr. Henley, dealing with your, I guess, your 214-847C, that warrant pertaining to Corey Hollinshed. Was Corey Hollinshed killed inside the Wings Cafe or outside?
He was inside.
Inside the Wings Cafe. And do you have something to, are you charging, I guess you're charged as a felony murder?
Yes.
Correct? Okay. And it's predicated on what felony? Is the basis of it?
The aggravated assault.
The aggravated assault. So do you have something that supports Mr. Foster firing a firearm in the general direction of Corey Hollinshed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was Corey Hollinshed standing in front of Mr. Foster, or was he standing beside him, behind him? Where was he in place of him?
They was on the same team, so to speak. They was on, I believe, at one point, he was on the left of Mr. Foster, and then at one point, he was on the right. Like I said, that information is still ongoing. Once I look at the video, we'll be announcing the question.
Okay, so do you have something that demonstrates him firing a firearm in his direction? You said he was on the same team.
Okay, you mean the firing direction that Mr. Hollinshed?
Yes.
What I can tell you, sir, is based on what the video I've seen at this time, your client was in possession of a firearm. At one point, he was fired into the rival gang crowd. At another point, he was fired as he was falling back. Now, like I say, I will have to get with ballistics in the crime lab to do an accurate mapping of what bullet who hit with what. That's stuff that we're still trying to process.
Okay, but you're charging him with an aggravated assault, so there would have been some basis that to charge him with Corey Hollinshed, an aggravated assault on Corey Hollinshed. So if they're on the same team and they're standing beside each other, how is he firing a firearm in the general direction right now?
Okay. What I'm trying to say, sir, is at one point in the video, which is a limited video, that's what I'm trying to explain. It's a very limited video that we've seen. What I can tell you, when Mr. Foster, your client, Mr. Hollinshed, and some other members that we have not been able to identify, they was all the ingredients in attacking or confronting this rival group, which is the black team. And as a part of that was led to him being charged with the death of his officer. With the death of his officer.
Okay, so is Corey Hollinshed supposed to be a member of Black Team?
No, sir.
He's supposed to be a member of PRIP?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's what your research has found, that you believe Mr. Foster is a PRIP as well? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you believe they were working together to try and stop the Black Team members?
I'm not sure what they were trying to stop. What I can tell you is two sides had a confrontation within the club.
Okay.
And that's what happened. It resulted in gunfire and 3 people being fatally injured, 3 people being shot.
Okay, and...
Okay, Attorney Booker.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, I think I have enough probable cause to bind this case.